Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at Koala sampler, and what we're going to do is kind of chop up this sample I have here. So I have this drum beat that I imported from a YouTube free music library, and I chopped this up so it's a perfect loop. So if I hit loop and then hold, and then it's 100 BPM, by the way. And then this whole thing is a track. We're going to chop up part of this. Kind of sounds like this at the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of a big chunk of it there, because I don't want anything from this half of it. And I only want parts of this, but it's going to make it a little bit easier. So what we're going to do is go to Tools. So we can select our region here. It's kind of reflected here as well, if you see. Like that. So I'm going to go Tools, and I'm just going to crop this. So we're just left with the original. And we'll kind of see where we're at. I'll just play a little bit of it. I'll just hold and play. So definitely want this first one. I won't need this, it's the same. Maybe up to here, I think. Okay, so I'm going to go to here. And I'm going to crop that as well. Okay. So now we can start to chop our sampler. But first of all, I'm looking at maybe, I don't know how many of these. First thing I'm going to do is normalize it so it's as loud as it needs to be. Okay. And we can control the volume anytime we like. Now, the thing is, how many things we want? We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we'll fill up these. So easiest way to do this is just to grab hold of this, put it on there, 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 put it on there. And this is going to save us a bit of time. I'll also drop a couple onto this one as well. So this first one here, what we're going to do, and this is going to save us because that means that we can, instead of just like copying the whole thing over again, once we've got our correct sample chop in place here, it means we can crop it. So I'm going to go to around about there for this. And I'm going to use my finger now, so you're not going to see the mouse move, but we're just going to pinch this out like that. And I'm going to start to crop this beginning part. Again, I'm going to hold and get in real close to the beginning of that sample. And we can obviously at any time that's fine, and that's the entire length of the sample. So let's pinch this back in like that. And we can see what's going on. So now what we need to do is we'll just crop this. So crop. And the good thing about cropping is at any time now you can renormalize the sample. So if a part of it was a little bit too loud or there was a peak at one point, once you started to crop, you can then normalize again. So we'll go to this one, and we know kind of thing that the second part wants to be around about there. And then what we need to do is kind of suss out the end of this section. Yep, I'm going to go with... So I'm just pinching with 2 fingers here, like that. Yep, that's good. Let's see. For now, that's absolutely fine. Let's go to our third one here. And actually, I need to crop that as well. So crop. And definitely around here somewhere, I guess. Definitely kind of there. Awesome. We'll crop that. And what we can do, see now, is watch. We can normalize this one as well. So everything's at its optimum volume, which is going to make your balance in the end better. Let's do this one next. So we've got our first 3, 2, 3, and then this one. So it's getting close, see where we're at, and about there. And you can just touch it the right hand side as well to drag the end in. You don't have to kind of keep zooming out. Perfect. And then again, we'll just crop it and then we'll normalize it. So let's see what we have with this one. 1, 2, 3. Just count along. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want number 5 now, which would be, I think I don't want 5 because it's more or less the same as this one. So if we go to like about there and see how it kind of sounds, it's slightly different there. So it's getting real close to about there. Better. And there. And let's expand. Yeah, that's okay. So and again, we'll just crop, and then again, we can just normalize. Now, there is a point to this. What we're going to do in a minute, as you've probably seen from the description, is when we've done this, and I know it's tedious, so I might not bother with these 3 here. I'll probably leave these 3 for another day, and I'll just do these 2 now. We're going to go into AUM in a minute, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff you can do with the AUv3 version of Koala and multi-outs. So it's very cool. But before we do that, obviously, we're going to build a little track with our drum beat. So let's scrap these. So if we go back to, we'll take edit off. And another cool thing is if we hold all 3 of these, we can bin all of them at the same time. So we don't need to do one at a time. Anyway, this one. So we're going to edit this, edit. And what I'm going to do is actually, do you know what? An easier way to do this, I'm going to watch this, right? This is even better. I'm going to bin this one. And I'm going to bin this one. I'm going to borrow this one and paste it there. And then also this one as well. And maybe that one. So this one here, I'm going to select. So this, I'm going to pitch it down 12 semitones. And that is going to give us our bass. I'm going to do the same with this one. Now, I happen to know that this is in D, the whole thing, but, you know, I'll show you how I suss that out. And this is a good tip as well, also for finding the tuning of a sample. We'll pitch that down to 12 semitones. So we've got our... but it's all going to fit because it's all in the right. It's all in the right key for itself. Now, here's a thing. Now we need to let's just do this. Let's just save. I've got this song saved as Delta style. Save, and I'm just going to overwrite it. Now there isn't anything in any of the other slots, and we don't need to go that far in today's tutorial because that would be pointless and would take too time and would bore you to tears. However, we do need to make some sort of sequence. Now it's important to say, if you're going to use this in AUv3, it's very, very important to save the song, because in AUv3 mode it opens up slightly differently, which I'll also show you as well. So now we'll do a little sequence. Let's see. We'll run it over 4 bars maybe. So there you go. 4 bars, and I'm just gonna. I think we'll get a. Well, it doesn't matter. It's only 4 bars, but we can set it up for a counting. But it's not necessary. We will have our metronome on. We'll just wait till it comes back around, and I'll fire off the drum loop. I'll have to fire it again. Because I haven't got it on hold. It's only 2 bars. Hang on a sec. Let me just stop this, and I'm going to bin it and start again. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just go into, here's another tip, right? If we go into the editor, not that editor, this one, and what we can do is just draw, if we tap on here, we can draw out that loop across the whole. I'm not sure why it's playing twice. I think it's because it's a 2-bar loop. I'm just going to do it again. Here you go. So now we've got that going across. How many bars have I got? That's better. Cool. Okay, so now I can start so that's what we'll do. So all we need to do is hit record again. Apply some bass. Now what we need to do is kind of make some adjustments to the volumes. So we'll go back into our sample. We'll check this one here and take it down a few dB. And the same with this, and that one as well. And now it should be a slightly better balance between that and the bass. That's better. And again, important is to go in and save. Now, I'm not going to do any editing on this video, well, except for the cut now to AUM, of course, but I want you to see if, like, I made any mistakes that you can try and avoid those errors, you know. But I'm trying to do this very quickly. Obviously, if it was a track or something, or you were working on a project, you'd spend a lot more time getting everything right. You'd probably add some more samples. But a good way to add bass is just repitch any sample that you've got down an octave, 12 semitones, and you'll be pretty close to what you need. So we've saved this, and it's called Delta Style. So the next time it's just gonna cut to AUM now. So bear with me just a sec. Okay, so here we are in AUM. I'm gonna open another slot here, and we're just gonna choose audio unit extension, and let's go and call it here Koala sampler. Now this is the thing, right? When you open Koala as an AUv3, you open it up like this. You need to import a thing, right? So let's go load. You'll get a message telling you well, this is what you need to do. You need to save them in the standalone version like we have. Then you can go don't tell me again, and what will happen is if you go okay or don't tell me again, it opens this window, right? And all we need to do is go on my iPad, and we'll go and find Koala. Which I've now gone miles past. I'm gonna have to do it by hand, sorry guys. There it is. So I open Koala, then we open songs, and we find Delta Style, which is the one we've just saved. Okay, so we just tap on that now, and it will import that project. So now when we play the transport, we've got our little track we've just made, sort of thing. Okay, so let's do this, shall we? Let's open up, let's just see. I only need to open a couple of instances, to be fair, but I'm going to open I'll open a few to show you what I mean. You can set up, I'll open more than I need. Let's go back to Koala. If we open this now like this, we can go and see multi-bus audio unit instances. And Koala does allow for 8 multi-outs. So we'll choose Koala, right? Here's a cool tip as well, by the way. Let's just delete a couple of these. Remove, yeah. Remove, yeah. I'll probably edit this and I'll just kind of just remove all of this stuff. Remove. Here's a cool thing. If you now duplicate this channel, let's do this. Go duplicate. What it does is adds the next output, the next multi-instant output automatically, because you can't duplicate an output. So we'll add one more of those just to show you. We'll just go to like duplicate, and that's kind of done. Now let's go back to our main instance of Koala, right? And this one, let's go back to sample now, this, and hit edit. And you'll see that on the edit check screen now, you'll see it says channel 1, okay? And this is Koala channel 1. All right, so that's now routed to channel 1. Let's go here, and let's route this one to channel 2, this one to channel 2, this one to channel 2. And we got, yeah, that one to channel 2 as well, channel 2. This one to channel 2. So, and then this one, the bass, to channel 3. That one to channel 3. This one to channel 3. So we've got our drums, our kind of melody kind of thing, and also channel 1, channel 2, for those 5, and then channel 3 for the bass. And let's close this now just for a sec. Let's watch what happens. So we got 1, 2, and 3. So So you see now what we've got is the ability to apply effects or do any editing and stuff like this. And also, again, we've got more control over the mix now per channel. So what we're going to do, and this is also as well as a point of reference. Here's quite a good thing that you can use to tune up your samples. You can put, like, say for instance, it's I'm just going to find Tone Stack here. Tone Stack Pro, just as a quick thing, and I'm opening thing, and we've got our tuner here. So I'm going to turn the tuner on. Let's make it bigger. I'm going to open Koala and just make that smaller so you can still see the tuner. Now, interestingly, I think it's because yeah, let's do this. Sorry guys, I'm gonna still leave this in Tone Stack Pro. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna open a tuner. Let's make that bigger. I'm going to open Koala, and it's right. I'm gonna just close that a sec. I'm just gonna switch. Okay, you see it's in D. Right. So what this means now, of course, is you can put different effects. We've got all the guitars going through here, obviously. So if we go with something like, I don't know, Hot Blues might be good, actually, for that guitar sound. So we'll just watch the volume a little bit. So let's... So now you can put effects on just all your guitars, because all the guitars are routed to output number 2. And then you could start to apply effects to your bass if you wanted to, or maybe EQ up your drum kit and stuff like this, or even give it a bit of a kick. You could give it a bit of a boost with, well, if anything you like, really. But we'll try like a smooth compressor here. So there you go, guys. There's a couple of cool things you can do. And remember, we've only used one sequence. If you were doing this properly, you could split it up over time, stuff like that. Anyway, there you go. I hope you found the video useful in some way. And yeah, thank you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Please consider becoming a Patreon for $1 a month. Help support what me and Joe do here at Sound Test Room. And yeah, there you go. Cool ways to use Koala in as an AUv3 and chopping up samples and stuff like that. It's very cool. It's very cool beans. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Ta-da.